live on YouTube,
Okay.
and then I'll come back and go live on. All right, and we're on.
Good morning, Uma family. Happy Remembrance Day week or Thursday. Happy Remembrance Day. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. I like to say my name is DeJur. I am a yoga therapist, and I'd like to welcome you all. So I am choosing to use this Thanksgiving holiday as more of a day of remembrance of the land in the United States being stolen by colonizers. And instead of having the indigenous people at the table with the colonizers, I choose to focus my attention on the indigenous people. And I wanted to offer a version of a land acknowledgement, which means that I'm going to remind us to honor the land that we occupy. No matter what part of the country you're in, you can do a quick internet search to find out the name of the nations that occupied the land that you live on now. So my acknowledgement is we are gathered together on the ancestral land of the Tongva and Gabrielino people. I'm in Los Angeles, so that land was stolen from the Tongva and Gabrielino people. The colonizers renamed it Los Angeles, okay? Together, let us honor our elders past and present. We thank them for their stewardship of our land. I honor my ancestors, known and unknown, and well in spirit. And remembering all of those who have walked here. So that is my giving honor to the indigenous people of the United States and thanking them for taking great care of this land before it was stolen from them. So my usual suggestions: take care of yourself. If you have any injuries, please be mindful and careful with your body. We will be doing chair yoga. So while I welcome you, if you'd like to grab a chair, preferably one without arms, but if you don't have that, any chair will do. You can also use a stable stool or a bench. If you need to take a break throughout our time together, please feel free. I'll be offering breaks as we go, but if you need one at a different time than I offer, please just do what you have to do. You are your own best yoga teacher, and you know what your body needs way better than I do, especially us being here in Zoom land. So take care of yourself. We'll do a chair sequence today. And I want to thank you again for being here. Okay, and enjoy your time. We'll call it Family Day tomorrow. Enjoy your time with your families. And thank you for coming. So we will start comfortably seated with your feet flat and 10 toes going in the same direction. You may sit back in your chair for now. Just noticing the support of your chair. If you're on a chair, if you're on a stool, it's a little different, but noticing the support of your chair behind you and beneath you. So feeling the contact of the chair and the back of your thighs and your upper back. Feeling the contact of your body with the chair. Feeling the gravity of your body on the chair. Feeling the gravity of your feet touching the floor. Placing your hands wherever comfortable for you. So I'm showing hands, palms down on my thighs. You can place them palms up. Palms down is more of a grounding. Mudra is hand positioned. Mudra means hand yoga. The word mudra in Sanskrit, it means hand yoga. So you can do a grounding mudra with your hands palms down. You can do palms up, which is more of a receptive positioning of the hands to receive. You can grab a hold of your belly if you want. This is a very self-soothing placement of hands. Excuse me, this one is good if you're feeling anxious or a little loose, heady, nervous, you can put your hands on your belly and kind of pull your hands into the belly for a little bit of grounding there. You can also hang on and give yourself a hug. You can hold here. So pick the placement of your hands, and we can change them throughout our grounding time. You don't have to pick one and stick with that, whatever you like. We've noticed the contact of our feet, backs of our thighs, and our back. Now we notice the contact of wherever your hands are placed. Noticing the texture of our clothing, wherever your hands are, thick or thin fabric, smooth or rough, and whatever you notice, awareness using the sense of touch. Take a breath in here, exhale it through your mouth. Let's do 2 more breaths in. Breathe in big. Exhale again through your mouth. You can make a sound if you like. Sometimes that sound settles our nervous system as well. One last inhale here. Exhale, make a sound. Have a look around your room as if you're in it for the very first time. Notice any bold colors that jump out at you. Noticing textures of things, of your things, books and furniture, tables and plants. Just having a look. So we can use this looking around as a way also to ground our nervous system when we get into situations that may feel unsettling. You know, when you get that, sometimes it's a queasy feeling in the pit of your stomach, and you can kind of use this visualization to settle you a little bit. So looking around here, breathing through your nose. Listening for sound. So we'll start inside our space. I hear my fridge motor. I told you about the little drinking fountain for the cats. You can hear the water, the trickling of that water. And I have my diffuser up running, the one up here where I am. I can hear that. And then speaking of diffuser, we go into the sense of our sense of smell. And I blended lavender and vanilla together, just a few drops of each in the diffuser. It smells kind of nice. Listening for sounds outside. So I just heard a dog bark. You may hear voices, laughter, children's voices, trucks. I was supposed to do a podcast on Monday, and an hour before we were to start, the neighbors were doing power washing of the building right next door and near the room I'm in. And I had to cancel it because it was so loud for several hours. So anyway, noticing sounds outside. Last night it was kind of windy where I am, and so I could hear the wind chimes clanging out there. They're still right now, so the air is still out there for now. So listening to sounds outdoors. It could be the trash truck. Then we focus our awareness on our breathing. We're breathing through our nose. I'll explain the reasons why again, just so you can remember. The brain regulates how much air you inhale, but through your nose, not through your mouth. It regulates how much you need and what side, not how much you need, what side, what nostril is going to take in that air. And the brain regulates that all throughout the day. Even if you think you're breathing through both nostrils, it's going through one side or the other side. Okay, so there's that. That regulation does not happen with mouth breathing. The nasal breath keeps the breath warm and moist. So when it gets to our lungs, the lungs just receive it. If we breathe through our mouth, your mouth immediately dries out. So that means that breath loses a lot of its hydration and it turns cold. You can feel you can feel the coolness in your mouth when you breathe through your mouth. And so the breath is cool and the lungs have to reheat it So that's not the most efficient way to breathe. Of course, if you are stuffy, congested, sinus challenges today, you definitely breathe through your mouth. The little hairs also collect debris that we can't even see and keep that out of our lungs. So that's the benefit. The biggest benefit that's not talked about typically is that to exhale helps us to settle our nervous system in times of stress or anxiety. So that extended exhale can help us to stabilize a little bit. And if we need to make a plan, it helps us to be clear, to be able to make a plan to what to do next. So that's the real bonus of the nasal breath, okay? So I know I've been through those a million times, but we do sometimes have new viewers, and I want them to understand as well why I encourage nasal breathing throughout your day as well. It doesn't have to be as focused as throughout the class we're doing, but that's the reason why. So we'll start here with just some rocking side to side. So these, I don't know if they have an official name, but my friend in Florida, Jackie, who I talk about every class almost, she calls these TikToks. So we're just leaning from one side to the other. But I want you to pay attention and notice the shift of your weight underneath you, or the shift of your body, not your weight necessarily, underneath you, and the contact of the backs of your thighs to the chair or lifting away from the chair. So we'll do a few of these and move your breath. We try to link the breath with the motion in yoga. So it's not just exercising. I think this might be one of the only movement practices where we, like there's gym stuff that people do, aerobic stuff that people do, weightlifting, swimming might be linking breath and movement as well. But a lot of the exercise things are not really linking up to the breath. So we want to just linking the breath and thinking about it fills our body rather with oxygen, which we all are kind of oxygen starved because we typically breathe shallowly in our chest. So a couple more times and come back. We're going to start to now circle the torso. Okay, it doesn't matter which way you start. When you come forward, exhale. When you come back or up, you can also do these where you lean way back and you lean far forward. You don't have to stay as vertical on your choice. When you lean forward deeply, you get a nice stretch in the low back. But forward movement is the exhale here, and then upright or leaning back is the inhale. So we're again linking breath and motion. Noticing any stretching feelings around your waist and your side body. That's the ribs, the rib cage, the sides of the rib cage. See if you feel, notice any stretching happening or lengthening. Breathing. And then reverse your circle. And the same thing, exhaling when you come forward, inhaling when you come up or back. Feeling, noticing, maybe seeing what you notice in the back of your thighs when you lean forward. You might feel a little stretch there as well. I was in an airplane all day yesterday, so this forward bending part feels really good to my back. And then come back to center, drop your chin to your chest and just hold here. So we're allowing a little bit of stretch or lengthening on the back of the neck and the upper back. Just hold here, looking down. You can also close your eyes. You have options for eyes, closed, halfway closed, wide open, or wide open and looking around, whatever makes you most comfortable. Shoulders are dropped down. Shoulder blades are down as well. Slow breath here. We'll circle the head. So this should not hurt, although you may hear some noise. And the noise is just gas bubbles. They're hydrogen gas bubbles releasing, but you shouldn't have any pain. And some days, for me, they're really noisy, and other days, like for this direction right now, it's quiet, which is a miracle. We'll see what happens when I go the other way. So breathing again, focusing on the breath, checking on your jaw, noticing if it's tightened. If it is, let it go. And to do that, you can just open up the arches of the teeth, separate the arches of the teeth, and then close your lips down over it, or you close your mouth over that, and that'll keep the jaw relaxed. The muscles are not engaged when the teeth are, when the arches are separated. The jaw is relaxed. We'll reverse the other way. Let's see how noisy this direction. A little tiny bit, not so bad, a little more noise going this direction. I'm going clockwise, this for me. Breathing. And then coming back to stillness, turn your head to your right and just hold. You want to add a light touch with your left hand to your left jaw. Add a little pressure to turn your head a little more. We're not forcing here. Really gentle. And then release your left hand onto your left thigh and look down toward the right. Take some breaths. And then let's look up and down to the right. Up and down a few times, take your time. Be mindful of your neck. Again, none of this should be painful. And then the next time you look up, hold there. And then release, come back to center. We'll turn our head to the chin to the left shoulder and hold. You want to bring in the right fingertips to the right side of the jaw for a little gentle press. You can do that. Hold and breathe. Checking your facial muscles. Relaxing them if they're tense, or if you're frowning or grimacing or straining. Relaxing your facial muscles. And then release your right hand, hold here, take a couple more breaths. And looking up and down slowly. And then holding, looking up, take a couple more breaths. And then come back to center, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. You can bring the right hand over to the left side of your head or near the left ear. Hold. Breathe, smooth breaths. And then release, change sides. Left ear, left shoulder. You can bring the left hand over to the right side of your head or touching your right ear. Allow the weight of the left arm to gently enhance the stretch a bit. See if you feel anything nice on the left side of your neck and the very top of, right side of your neck. Right side of your neck and the top of your right shoulder. Smooth breath, slow and easy breathing. Fill the lungs all the way and then empty them out completely with each exhale. And then come back to center, bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Sit up really tall. First, I want to do a back bend. So lift your chest, Use your hands as a hammock for your head. So we don't want the head to just flop backwards. That's a lot of pressure on the neck. So we're supporting the head with the interlaced fingers, palms of the hands, touching the back of the head. The back is arched, the chest is lifted high. So take some breaths here. The elbows are wide as you can get them. Take some breaths. So this shape, besides being a nice stretch for the very low back, because we're curving the back intentionally. It's also a stretch for the front torso. By us leaning backwards, all the muscles on the front, they're called the superficial muscle. They're getting a nice stretch. We're going to exhale, bring the elbows close to each other and curl down. Elbows down toward the knees. You can touch the knees or hover over them, your choice. We're going to hold here in this shape. So take some breath. So now we're getting a curve in the spine from the tailbone all the way up to the neck. And allow the arms to hang heavy so that you get some extra weight in them to enhance the forward bend. So again, you can hover above the knees or come all the way down, your choice. Of course, coming all the way down is obviously a deeper stretch for the low back. It's a little harder to breathe all the way down, but just do the best you can. We won't be here forever. The holding of the shapes allows the muscles, sometimes they first rebel, and then when you hold it long enough, they kind of surrender into that. And that's where the lengthening or the stretch happens. So we're holding just for a few more breaths. And now we're going to go in real time, matching the movement and the breath. So inhale, elbows wide, arch. Exhale, elbows together, curl down. Inhale, lift, elbows wide, arch. Exhale, curl down, elbows toward the knees. Inhale, lift, arch your back. Exhale, curl down. Inhale, lift, elbows wide. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. And then come back upright and release your arms and shake out arms and legs. See if you feel any difference in your back. Separate the feet wide. We're going to go over right forearm to right thigh. Lift the left arm all the way up and over, left on your left ear. So we're not dumping onto the right thigh. The spine is long, the neck is long, and so we're supporting this side bend or leaning to the side instead of letting it all hang out. We want to keep the spine long, which keeps things keeps us up off of our thigh, keeps the torso up off of the thigh. And hold here. The left arm is reaching far, so there's intention in that left arm reaching. It's not just floating in the air over your head. Put some energy in that reach. See if you feel any stretch on your left side rib cage. Breathing through your nose. Reaching far away with the left fingertips, far away toward the right with the left fingertips. And we're allowing the left or making sure that the left shoulder stays back. So this is the side bend versus having the left shoulder kind of cave downward. We want to keep this to a side bend. Circling the left arm. You can do small circles that are more vertical. I like the big ones. It feels more therapeutic for my shoulder blades, shoulder cap, and shoulder joint. So try them both and see which one you prefer. Reverse when you're ready, opposite direction. Breathe big. And then when you're ready, inhale both arms up. Let's do a forward bend here. Exhale down. Inhale, come up. Sit up tall and then bring the left arm on top of the left thigh. Lean over to the left. Right arm reaches far to the left. So the right arm is engaged. Right shoulder is pulled back. Noticing any lengthening or stretch sensation on the right side of your rib cage. Reaching far, stretching to the, leaning to the left, and activating a deep stretch on the right side. And then circling the right arm, big or small. Fast or slow, you can decide. Breathe. And then inhale, I'm sorry, opposite direction, excuse me. Opposite direction, breathe. And then inhale, both arms up. And exhale to a forward bend. We'll do 4 of these, 4 more, excuse me. Inhale up. Exhale forward, slow and easy. Inhale, lift. Sit up really tall each time we come up. Exhale down. That was number 3. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down. Bring your forearms on tops of your thighs and just lean forward. Hands are whatever's comfortable. You can do prayer hands here. You put one hand on top of the other, or you can just let them be. Hold here. So this is a seated forward bend, wide leg seated forward bend. Bring your hands down to the floor. So left hand on the floor or left fingertips. If it's too far down for your and your back doesn't feel comfortable all the way down, you can grab a book if there's one available or a pillow. You can put your hand, the left hand on the book or pillow. You can be on your fingertips. Lift the right arm. So this is a twist here. So right arm goes straight up, twisting to your right. Take some breaths. Let's change sides. Right hand touches the floor. The left arm lifts on an inhale. Take some breaths. Left hand down. We'll go to the first side one last time. Lift the right arm. So this is a wide leg seated forward bend. I'm sorry, I didn't say that completely. Wide leg, seated, forward twist. We'll switch right hand down, left arm up, big breath in. And bring the left hand onto the floor. Going to bring our hands to our knees and push up on an inhale. Push to upright. Sit back in your chair. You can bring your feet closer or legs closer if you want to. Just take a few breaths, resting here. Do a body scan. Pressing down on the floor, my hands feel different than they did before. So that I think was a nice stretch for my hands because we don't usually walk around with our hands flexed.
We can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You sound muted. I can't hear you. Your thing is muted. Your microphone.
It is?
Or
I
is
don't
it
know how.
mine? Oh, no,
It,
no, no, you're right. You're good. You're good. You're good.
okay, and I'll try to talk a little louder. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you perfectly.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry about that. Thank you. So I feel a little energy in my hands from putting on my weight down on my fingertips while we were doing those twists. Slide forward to the front edge of your chair. We'll do some hip circles. So doesn't matter which toe you start with. Just circling the big toe around in a big circle, as big as you can get it. So when it goes out and back, you're getting a nice stretch on the inside of your thigh too. There's a little bonus happening. It's not, this is more about the hips, or hip joints, but there's also a stretch on the inner thigh when we go around to the out and back. How's the volume? And then reverse, go the other way. Just noticing you can feel the motion in the hip socket. The thigh bone is moving around the hip socket. And then we'll come back to stillness with the first leg and go over to the second leg. Circle. You can make those circles as big as you can or smaller if you want. See if you feel the stretch on the other inside muscles of the thigh on this side. Sitting up tall, breath, focused on the breath, moving the breath while we move our leg. We come back to stillness. So sitting back a little bit, I want you to come up on your tiptoes, so as high up as you can, and then lower your heels, lift the heels, lower the heels, lift, lower, move your breath as well, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Now we're going to lift the toes. So lift. So you might feel a little stretch happening in the calves. You may feel a little something happening in the shins. Lifting and lowering the toes. One more time. Lower, and then bring the right ankle to your left knee. We'll do a little foot massage. So squeezing the feet, the foot, using your knuckles on the right hand to rub up and down the left foot, separating the toes. I'm just naming a bunch of options, and you can do whatever you like, whatever feels most therapeutic for you right now. Getting into that arch. You can take your right fingers and lace them through the left toes, creating some space between the toes. Our toes typically are crammed into shoes that eventually make the toes kind of stick together. People that walk barefoot a lot don't have that issue, or if they wear more sandals versus enclosed shoes, their toes are sometimes more separated because they're not trained to be inside a shoe like most of ours. So there's a separating with the fingers in between. You can wiggle the toes around, wiggle the individual toe. And then bring hands together in prayer hands. Sweep your arms out and up. Take a big breath in. We're going to forward fold over the top leg. Exhale down. Come down as far as you like. See what you notice on the outside of the left hip, left thigh, excuse me. Inhale, arms up. I've hooked my thumbs, not on purpose, but if you want to try that, see how that feels to you. Exhale forward. Fingers down towards your right foot. Inhale, come up. We'll do 2 more. Exhale down. Inhale up. And one more, exhale down. Inhale up. And then exhale to your right. Inhale up. Exhale to your left. Inhale up. Notice how your shoulder blades feel when we do this. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Swan dive the arms down. Lower the left foot. Let's change. Notice any changes, any sensations you didn't feel before on your left side. We'll change to the right ankle, left knee. Massage your right foot, whatever feels nice to you. Check on your breath. Breathing through your nose. Smooth breath. Check on your jaw, facial muscles loose. I'm doing a little pounding or tapping on the sole of this foot. I didn't do this on the other side. I just thought of this. So I'm going to try that if you're interested. So also about the feet, there's over a million nerve endings in hands and palms and soles of the feet. And so when we massage our feet and hands, it's a bonus to the organs because the organs have nerve endings in our feet and hands. And so there's a little bonus there. It doesn't just feel good to the feet, it's also benefiting our organs. Hands in front of your heart and prayer hands. Inhale, sweep up. We'll do 5 of these. And I've hooked my thumbs again. I don't know why I'm doing that, but it's all right with me. Exhale down. Usually I keep my arms, hands separated, arms straight, palms facing. Exhale down, so it's your choice. That was number 4. Inhale, lift. Sit up really straight when we come up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come up. This is I think this is number 2. I think. Breathe in, lift. And exhale down. Inhale, come up. And exhale to your left. So palms face each other, or you can hook your unhook your thumbs. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right. See how your shoulder blade feels. Left shoulder blade. See how that feels. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. And try to keep the right shoulder back. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Left shoulder stays back. Inhale to center. Swan dive the arms down. Bring your right foot down on the floor and sit back in your chair and take just a couple breaths. Body scanning while we're here. So noticing what may feel a little different than when we first began. Things may feel totally the same, and that's okay. Checking on your breath. And then slide up just a little bit in your chair, slide forward. You're going to lift the right leg and just circle it either direction. Sitting up tall, the torso is straight, spine is upright, straight and upright. Circling the right foot or right leg. Breathing and reversing that circling. Sitting up tall, check your jaw. Maybe feel a little burning on the top of your thigh, the front of your thigh. Lower the right foot. Let's go left side. Circle left leg. Checking your posture, checking your shoulders are dropped. And reversing the direction. Bring the left leg, left foot down. Slide forward again. Extend the right heel out onto the floor. The right leg is straight out. You can move the left foot out of the way, left leg out of the way if you like. We're going to do our leg massage up and down. When you go down, come all the way down so you get a nice stretch, deep stretch in the low back and the back of whatever leg is extended. And then we'll stop at the knee a little bit. Then we'll hold at the ankle for a few breaths. And then we'll change to the other side. So hands up high on the right thigh. And I'm gonna let you, we'll do two together then. We'll do one set together, then I'm gonna let you go on your own count because our breath, our lung capacity is obviously different from one another. So up at the top of the right thigh, exhaling, coming down, massaging as you go, but coming all the way down to get a good stretch in the low back. The right heel is pressed into the floor. Inhale, come up, and the right toes are pointing up. So that right leg is engaged. And then exhale, and you go on your own here. We'll do a few. Come all the way forward when you come down. The next time you pass your right knee, stay there for just a couple breaths. Give a nice massage to the front and back of your knee, your right knee. And then exhale all the way down to the right ankle and hold there. Look down at the floor. Right heel is up. Oh, excuse me. Right heel is pressing into the floor. Right toes are up. And just hold here. So deep forward bend here. See if you feel any stretch in the back of your right leg. And then walk yourself up your right leg up to seated. Right foot on the floor. See what feels different. Heel toe the right leg out of the way. Extend the left leg out, heel on the floor, left heel pressing into the floor. Left toes up. So the left foot has a hard flex. That turns on all the muscles in your leg. It's a passive way to tone your muscles on your body by flexing or engaging them. So we'll start at the top of the left thigh, and you go on your own a few times. Remembering to exhale when you come forward, and inhaling whenever you come up. Come all the way forward when you do. Heel pressing into the floor, left toes pointing up toward the sky. Next time you pass your left knee, stop there and massage. And then exhale all the way down toward the left ankle as far as you can go. Look down at the floor and hold here. See if you feel a stretch. Try to straighten your left leg as much as you can in order to get a nice stretch on the back, the calf, behind the knee, and the hamstring. And then walk yourself upright. Come up on an inhale and put the left foot down. We'll do a couple more circles, either direction. Move your breath. And reverse the other way with the circles. And come back to stillness. Bring your hands in front of your heart. You can sit back a little bit in your chair. I still want you to be sitting away from the back of it. Hands in front of your heart. Sweep your arms out wide. Exhale, give yourself a hug. We're going to alternate the top arm with each breath. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, hug. Bring your arms back as far as you can. Breathe in, arms wide. See if you feel a stretch across the front of the armpits. Exhale, hug. Do one more, breathe in wide. Exhale, hug. Hold here. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. This is number 2. Exhale, down. Here's number 1. Exhale, down. We're going to change the top arm. Breathe in wide. Other arm on top. Hug. Inhale, lift. 4 of these. Exhale, down. That was 4. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Open wide. Inhale. Exhale, hug. So we're gonna, this is called eagle arm. So bend, one elbow is on the inside of the lower arm. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see this. So you can, you can have the back of the bottom hand touching the outside of the upper elbow, or you can slide your bottom hand up the upper arm. If you can wrap your hands, you can do that. Doesn't really matter about the arm placement. This is more for your shoulder blades. This is called eagle. Cross your right leg over your left and just hold here. Try to drop your shoulders down. Inhale, lift the arms connected, lift them up. Exhale, down. Do 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Remember which arm is on top. We're going to swap the arms out. Breathe in, arms wide. And then exhale, eagle arms. So the other side, you can, bottom hand touches the outside of the upper elbow. Slide the bottom hand up the upper arm or wrap the hands. Your choice. We're going to change the leg, left leg over the right. Just hold here. Take some breath. Try to lower your shoulders down so you get a nice stretch. Breathe. And then we'll do 3 of these. Lift the elbows, arms connected. Exhale, down. That was 3. Here's number 2. Exhale, down. And number 1. Exhale, down. And my shoulder blades are humming back there. Arms open wide. Breathe in, left foot down, lower the arms. Sit back in your chair. Just relax for a couple breaths. So that was a good, for me, really good stretch across the center, across the middle of my back. That was nice. Palms in front of your heart and slide up just a touch forward in your chair. We've done this most of the time we're together. Exhale, interlace the hands, push away. Inhale, lift the palms upward. Exhale, release the arms diagonally behind you. And then inhale, hands in front. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Behind you on the diagonal. Inhale, hands in front of your heart. Exhale, push. Inhale, hold here. Exhale to your right. Inhale, hold here. So palms are facing the sky. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Okay, come back to the middle. Take a breath in. Exhale, arms down behind you. And then inhale, hands in front of your heart. We'll do that one more time. Press away, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale to right. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the arms diagonal behind you. Then inhale, arm up, palms in front of your heart. Sit back in your chair and take a breath. See how your arms feel. Might feel a little energized with blood flow and oxygen moving around. See how what you notice there. Bring the right hand behind you, wrap it around. I'm gonna turn around so you can see. Either the right hand toward the left hip or right hand in the center of the low spine. So your choice, and just hold here. So this is a stretch for the front of the shoulders. Okay, just hold. You can place the left hand on top of your left thigh or your left knee. Try to reach that right arm around you as far as you can, whatever's comfortable. We don't want to force it. So over time, I've been able to get my right fingers over near my left hip. It took time. I could not do that overnight in my first few yoga classes. Just hold here. See what feels tight on the right arm. See if you notice any loosening as we sit. Drop your head over to the left and hold. See how that feels. Feels really tight to me on my right shoulder cap and the right side of my neck when we're in this shape. And dropping the head over to the left, it feels really tight. Not painful, but kind of, yeah. Hold and breathe. And then inhale, lift your head to center and release the right arm. Oh my God. Shake out both arms, shake out legs too. See how that right front of the front shoulder cap feels. This time we'll bring the left hand either to the middle of your back, low spine, the back of the left hand, I should say. You can bring the left hand over near the right hips as best you can. We'll just hold it and we'll drop our head in just a couple of breaths. So reaching back behind you as far as you can. This is a good thing to do if you're on a computer a lot or whatever, tablet or looking down, because we curve in when we use our devices. This is opening up and opening the muscles across the upper chest. Drop your head toward the right and see how things change, or if things change. Seems like the stretch is deepened by dropping the head away from the side of the arm that's wrapped behind. Just take 3 more breaths here. Smooth breath. Come back up. We'll go into final rest. So shake out arms and legs one last time. And if you have access to lay down, feel free, or you can stay seated. And we'll go into final relaxation. And so we start with just noticing our feet. Take a breath in. Oops, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Take your time. Okay. Inhale. Relax your feet. Exhale. Inhale. Relax your legs. Exhale. Inhale. Relax your hands. Exhale. Inhale. Relax your arms. Exhale. Inhale. Relax your spine. Exhale. Inhale. Relax your jaw. Exhale. Inhale. Relax your facial muscles. Exhale. Continue with your natural breathing pattern. Next breath in, stretch your arms all the way up and over your head and take a big stretch. Flex and release your fingers. Point and flex your feet. Circle wrists and ankles. Exhale, knees to chest and hold. Turn to one side and hold. So knees to chest and then turn onto one side. And the bottom arm becomes a pillow, and we'll hold here for just a few breaths. Checking on the jaw, facial muscles, relaxed, soft. And when you're ready, come upright, take your time, no rush. May you be happy. May your life have meaning. And may you be an instrument for social change. Thank you for coming. Thank you, June.
Thank you,
Shallon. Thank you. And have a beautiful day tomorrow with friends and family.
Thank
See you next